yet. Imagine, bro, if it glitched again. Why is that poor? What song should I use? How do I delete stories? Asking for a friend. Never mind, I fixed it. Who are we missing though? That's the real question. And is my stream even working? That's another real question. And is my stream even working? That's another real question. Okay, so who could we possibly be missing on this fine evening? Sid, don't eat the barbecue sauce. My dog just ate barbecue sauce. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. So we're missing Rom. Nope, we have Rom. Windex we have. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we got everyone. Well, let's get going. Got the right track. Got everything right. Alrighty. Let's get her going. I'm doing jobs, but they don't help. Okay, just gotta wait for everyone to put in their setups, and then we'll get going, you know? See ya. Alright, so we're watching Bean Smoked off of the start. It's like he gets a mid-pack jump. Gonna try to make him move around the mid. Actually worked out pretty good for him. His third coming around the start. It's Vapor. Pulls the whole shot though. Out to the early lead. That section smooth before the sand. Cheesehead's gonna make a move to the inside. Looks like that phase that just jumps off the corner. Could be wrong there. There could have been some contact. Bean Smokes drops back to last after getting third off the start. Not going good for him. So Rom with the early lead now, passing It's Vapor. Looks like Vapor gets him back and loses Windex gonna go to the inside. Makes the pass happen. So now Windex up in first place, followed by Vapor. Cheesehead's in third. You guys know how many people move on from the race? So it's like Natrix trying to hold off Rom in the fourth place position. So Natrix jumps from fourth to first place, just out of one jump. So now Rom's in second. Cheesehead's in third. Vapor drops back to fifth. Tommy Whack up in the mix now. Tommy Whack's up to third. Tommy Whack can see if he can make his way through the pack. Looks like there's a bit of contact. Tommy Whack runs into Rom after Rom runs into Natrix. So now Natrix moves back up front. So Windex back into first. Natrix in second, getting challenged by Rom. Cheesehead still in fourth. So top three move on from this race. So Cheesehead's just moving into the transfer spot. Took it from Tommy Whack. Vapor and Windex dropping down. Windex back in sixth, Vapor in fifth. There's only 2 minutes left in this race. So it's going to be tough for Rick Rock or anyone behind him to make any ground after this gap that they have. Rom sitting with a pretty good gap in front of Natrix. Natrix just goes off the track, saves it. Cheesehead gains time on him and takes the spot away. So Tommy Whack drops back to third. It's Vapor sitting in fourth, has to try to make a move on him in this next minute and a half in order to secure a spot in the final. Natrix right behind Vapor though, so he could easily make a move on Vapor and get into the fourth place spot, trying to make a move on third. Looks like Vapor able to move into third after Natrix goes down. So now Vapor in third behind Tommy Whack. Cheesehead's in fourth, which actually Cheesehead must have gone down. So Cheesehead gives away the transfer spot to Vapor, and Windex moves into fourth. So it's going to be interesting to see if Windex can take that third spot away from Vapor. Looks like there's a pretty big gap between them though. But they do get past the finish line, so it's going to be 2 laps to go. So Rom chilling with a pretty decent gap over everyone right now. Tommy Whack right behind, pretty ways behind him. And behind him we got Eats Vapor. But there's a three-way battle for 4th place. Too bad 4th place won't get you into the main though. Cheeseheads and Natrix battling with each other. Looks like Cheeseheads messes up the rhythm section, so that gives Natrix the edge. It appears that Natrix is reeling in Vapor. So if Natrix can just keep the speed up, he should have a chance at the spot in the main. Looks like there's a 4-second gap right now, which is tough, but it's definitely doable to gain up that ground. Looks like Windex is lagging a little bit. If it becomes a problem, I may have to kick him. So Windex's leg is getting out of control, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to get to the transfer spot anyways. Stinks that Natrix had to get knocked. I don't know if anyone's around Windex. Someone's telling me to kick him. But it doesn't look like it's gonna matter anyways. Looks like he legged out around the last corner. Probably would have been a lot more mad if it was for the actual transfer spot. But out of this race, the people who move on will be Rom, Tommy Whack, and It's Vapor. So Rom, Tommy Whack, and It's Vapor moving on to the main event Triple Crown. Everyone else is gonna have to wait until next week to get a chance at the main. What? Why'd you say GG? You're leaving? Yeah. Right, so I just gotta get everyone invited for the main. Boom. Just got a few more invites to send out. Gotta figure out who the last guy that transferred was. I forgot. Vape. Alright, so I sent the invites out. So now, gotta wait for everyone to join up. Gotta wait for everyone to join up. Instead of doing the actual Triple Crown format in game, we're gonna do 3 10-minute races. That way, if someone lags out or something, we can get them back in. And we don't have to worry about having to restart everything. Looks like we're waiting on one more person. I guess it's 2 people actually. It looks like it's gonna be It's Hockey, Drew, and Vapor. Alright, we just gotta wait for Vapor to join up. Otherwise, we might have to go to the next guy on the list. Oh, and Vapor has arrived, so we just gotta wait for them to put in their setups, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, it looks like everyone's got their setups in, except for our Dizzle. But I think we are good to go. Just gonna check my settings over. Standard 14. Yep, so we are ready to go for main one of tonight. Let's get it going. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the Triple Crown format because we're just doing 3 medium races. So that way, if someone legs out, we can just get them back in or something. Does that make sense? Alright, so we're just waiting on Access and its Hockey Drew to get their setup in. It looks like they got it in, so let's get this first main going. Alright, so watching Umstrip off the start, he does not get the best jump. Looks like he gets bumped into a bunch and ends up last. Winter out front from the beginning. He gets a good jump. A pretty decent lead over Tommy Wack. Tommy Wack came from the LCQ and same with Rom. So, 2 guys who were in the LCQ are in the top 3. As I say that, Rom takes a digger in the whoops. He drops back down 11. Ardizzle up in 3rd now. He was a championship for 250s, but we decided to just combine them into one 450 class. So that'd be cool if he could win pro 450 debut. Squally now just passing for 3rd. Squally was the fastest qualifier. So he's hoping to maybe end Actus's streak of not losing a single of that main event. It's like 3 people just try to jump into the tunnel. It looks like collusion. Gets the bad end of that stick. So Squally up in 1st, just where he wants to be. Really been flowing with this track. Ardizzle in 2nd. It's like it's Hockey's you trying to make a move around the inside. Can't make it happen. Tries to cut under in the straightaway, but just doesn't get a good drive. Ardizzle almost goes over the bars. Recovers pretty good though. It's like Tommy Wack is still gonna get by him though. So we're going side by side. Tommy Wack has the inside. Ardizzle cuts down and closes that door. It's like it's Vapor took 3rd in the LCQ. He's sitting 8th place behind Axis. Axis not doing too well from what we're used to seeing him do off the starts. But it looks like he's making passes pretty consistently. So he should be up front pretty fast. Dizzle and Tommy Wack are still battling for 3rd position. Dizzle almost doesn't get over there. Goes for the over. Almost goes over the bars again. So Parker gets around him on the outside. Parker slots into that 4th place position. Looks like it's Hockey Drew isn't letting Squally get far ahead of him. I would say Hockey Drew is actually closing in on him. He's almost right on him now. If you look on the left side, you can see the Axis has moved his way all the way up to 4th. So he's making lots of ground on these guys. Axis working to get his way around his teammate. Dizzle trying to come up behind him, maybe make something happen. Axis really pushing right now. He wants to get ahead of these guys so he can start gaining ground on his Hockey Drew and Squale, but he can't seem to get around Parker. He's gonna make a run on the inside. Gets alongside of him. Gonna try to go outside and cut underneath. He actually swings it around the outside. Is he going to get to the corner? No, he doesn't. So, still right behind Parker. He misses the triple in, but he's able to recover pretty nicely. Looks like it's Hockey Drew. He's right on Squale now. We can maybe see him make a pass in this corner. He gets an insane run through the whoops. Doesn't get close enough though to close the door. Just 0.5 seconds off. They've got a pretty big gap over Parker right now in 3rd place. It's Hockey trying everything he can to get around Squale. Messes up that rhythm section just a little bit, so Squale gets a little bit of a breathing room. It's like Axis making the pass on Parker. Makes the pass happen, so he slots into 3rd place. His goal is just going to be to reel in his Hockey Drew and Squally now, since they're battling. Looks like Slurp goes down and drops down to 8th place. It's Hockey Drew goes down. So that's going to allow Axis to get a little bit closer. Still pretty far off though. Like Slurp is right behind Dizzle after crashing. So Slurp up to 7th after crashing. So he's already passed one person. He tried to do what Axis did to Parker. Doesn't quite get far enough inside to get around him. He kind of bumps into the back of him. Tries to swing around the corner outside. Wheelie scrub in. Side by side right now. Doesn't go for the quad over. Gets a better onto the sand and takes the position away. So Slurp making a nice pass in 6th place. It's like Tommy Wack is on Parker. Tommy Wack plays 2nd in the LCQ. So he's doing really good in this race. Wale. Looks like the gap is shrinking between Axis and Hockey Drew and Squale. They're all getting more close together as the race go on. Tommy Wack is right on Parker though. Gonna just bumps into the back of him there, trying to get every edge he can, try to get around him. Swings really wide. I think he's gonna get a good run in this corner. I think he gets blocked by Parker, so he can't use the speed to his advantage. Tommy Wack using every inch of the track to try to gain as much speed as possible. Looks like he skips a whoop though and loses some speed. It also looks like Axis goes down, so Axis loses quite a bit of ground on its Hockey Drew and Squale. And Tommy Wax making a move on Parker. Gets a little aggressive, but with more of just some bumping. Not like he tried to clean him out. Looks like Rom and Winter are having a bit of a battle. They also appear to be teammates. I don't think they're going to be cleaning each other's out. Looks like Rom is getting away from him. It's a three-way battle for 9th place right now between Collusion, Iowa Hawkeyes, and Dizzle. Collusion gets around Dizzle. Gonna get a run, tries to get around Hawkeyes, but Hawkeyes pushes him high in the corner. Looks like Collusion's gonna try maybe get around the outside. Oh, I'm gonna have to give Iowa Hawkeyes a warning for that. Looks like he died and couldn't do anything about it. That looks pretty bad. You have to make sure he doesn't do anything like that again, otherwise we might have to kick him. So Squally in first with a big gap over Hockey Drew, and this Hockey Drew has a pretty big gap over Axis. Looks like they're only gonna have 2 laps left of this race. So Axis is gonna have to push as much as he can to try to get around his Hockey Drew. I think it's gonna be pretty hard for him to get around Squally at this point. Looks like Ardizel has worked his way past Winter back into 8th place. So yep, they're gonna have 1 lap to go. So Squally coming around just has to hold this place off for 1 more lap. And he will end Axis's winning streak for races. It's Hockey Drew. It's like Axis is actually closing in on its Hockey Drew, so this could get pretty down to the wire. So Axis is really closing in on him. So Axis right there now. Just needs to make a couple good moves to get some more time made up. Like he's gonna have to get an insane run to the whoops. Squally takes the win. Looks like it's Hockey Drew's gonna get second, and Axis is gonna take third. It's like Slurp is sitting in fourth. And he will finish there too. Tommy Wack in 5th, Parker 6th, Rom 7th, Dizzle in 8th. It's like Iowa Hawkeyes made a pass on Winter just now. So Iowa Hawkeyes in 10th, Winter. So Iowa Hawkeyes 9th, Winter 10th, Collusion in 11th, and it's Vapor in 12th. So those are your standings for race number 1. Got 2 more races to go. If you were getting taken out, send in the clips to either the IOMA PlayStation Instagram or the IOMA Esports Instagram to get those looked over. Okay, everyone's ready to go for round number 2, so we'll just get her going. Track state and everything, so let's get going. So gotta wait for everyone to throw in their setup. Get readied up. Looks like we're just waiting on Dizzle. Dizzle readied up, so let's get going. We'll watch Axis off the start, see if he can get a better start than he did the last round. Looks like he gets a pretty good jump on the inside. He's gonna hold that, and Axis takes the whole shot this race. Almost flies off the track, able to hold on to it. So Collusion in second, Winter in fourth. So Winter probably getting the best starts tonight so far with the whole shot fourth. So Squale starting in 11th after getting out front super early on. It's Hockey Juice sitting 9th, right behind Squale now. So those two are going to have to make their way through the pack. It's like Iowa Hawkeyes trying to get around Parker. Making a run on the outside. Looks like Axis makes a mistake. So they are right behind him now. Looks like Axis is going to get a good run through the whoops. Collusion also gets a really good run through the whoops, so Axis doesn't really make up any ground on him. So Axis right on Collusion now. Looks like it's Hockey Juice sitting on the track. He's not in the way though, so I do not. He got the finish line glitch. Do I restart? How do I restart? How do I restart? How do I restart? Okay, bet. So it's Hockey Jew got the finish line glitch on the second lap, so we had to restart the race. So Axis, who got a good start, and Collusion, who's out front, have to be pretty sad right now. just hope that Collusion can restart what he did in that start, because that worked out perfect for him. Let's see. Keep that. Looks like he doesn't get the perfect jump. Man, he actually gets second place off the start, so Collusion actually goes for the lead, bumps into its Vapor a little bit. Vapor can't make the triple, and Axe is in second, so it repeated exactly what happened in the first race. The only difference is Squale got a really good start. Axe is going for the lead. Gets around, and let's see if Collusion can make his way back down. Axe is like he did last start we did. Squale sitting in third. Looks like it's Hockey Drew back in 12th. Gets the finish line glitch again. Do we restart again? Just gotta wait for confirmation. Okay, we're gonna do one more restart because of the glitch. To restart the lobby. Damn. So I got to invite everybody again. Access. So I got to invite everybody again. Access. So I got to invite everybody again. I give Axe permission to invite people to make this go faster. Gotta figure out who is all. Gotta find the list of people in the main. So who all does he have? He has Service, Hockey Drew, Iowa. So we need Tommy Whack. I need Tommy Whack. Tommy Whack Collusion. Yep, thanks for the reminder, Dizzle. I'll get the track. Who are you, Mr. Winter? Oh, you're Winter, I bet. Okay, so all the invites are out now. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's just glitches that we cannot control, though. So we are just waiting on Dizzle to ready up. And he did, so we are going to get going. For the third time, and I believe this will be the final time. I don't think we're going to do a restart again. This is the second moto. Squall was the winner of the first moto. Taki Drew was second. And Axis was third. So everyone is readied up, so we will get going now. We'll watch Collusion, who had 2 good starts, 2 races before. It's like he doesn't get that good of a jump this time and dies. It's a tough break for Collusion after having 2 good starts. Axis back in 9th. He's already worked his way up to 5th though, after also having good starts. Tommy Whack getting a little bit crazy, kind of flying all over the track. But Ardizzle out in the lead right now. Looks like Squall just goes around him though. Rom trying to make moves with Iowa Hawkeyes. Looks like actually just flew up the inside of both of them and into 3rd place. Messes up the next rhythm though. So they get back around him. It's Vapor getting around Axis in the 5th now. Hockey Drew drops back down to 8th. Trying to 50-50 the tough blocks. Squale out in front now. Pretty big gap. Almost an exact repeat of the first moto. Collusion's still up in the mix though. Trying to use the drive from his two previous good starts though. Had to get restarted. Like Axis in 10th, now in 9th. Trying to work his way back up. Right now, Squale is sitting pretty good. Because Axis is 10 seconds back from him. And It's Hockey Drew is back from Axis. So Axis up to 6th already though. Looks like he gets the tough block on the inside. Right behind Tommy Wack. Trying to make moves through the pack. Collusion battling with Slurp also. It's Hockey Drew still sitting in last. If he wants a chance at the overall, he's going to start having to make passes now. $18 seconds down from Squale right now. So it's going to be very tough for him to gain up time and points on him. Axis still trying to get around Rom. Looks like he's having trouble gaining time on him. Very hard to pass someone when they're trying to pass someone in front of them. Looks like he gets alongside of him though in the corner. Try to make a move around the outside. Go up and cut underneath. Decides to go around the outside again. It's like he gets to the corner first, but he hits the tough block. So he drops all the way back down to 8th. Passes back Collusion right away though. It's like Collusion's gonna get around him though. If he got a glitch again, I do not think Hockey got the glitch because before when you get the glitch, you just couldn't cross the finish line and he was sitting 9th though. We will check him over the finish line. Yeah, it looks like he's just having a pretty bad race this race. So Axis still in 6th, trying to work his way up. This night is going perfect for Squale. Got a huge lead over everyone right now. Axis trying to get on Tommy Wack. Makes it happen. Gets around him on the outside. Tommy Wack might try to come back. Doesn't look like he can. So Axis is setting his sights on Iowa Hawkeyes. Looks like Rom also followed Axis around there. Iowa Hawkeyes goes down. So Axis is up to 4th. Still super far behind Squale. Squale is already done with the start stretch. Going on to that long stretch. He's 18 seconds back from Squale. That's going to be very hard to make up in just 4 minutes. So actually he's going to have to try to just at least get around Dizzle, who's still far ahead of him. Looks like Collusion working his way up the pack too. Working his way around Tommy Wack makes it actually happen. Looks like Tommy Wack's gonna try to come back up the inside. He does it. Tommy Wack really likes trying to make passes in that corner. Seems to be working for him. Looks like Slurped and Insane won through the whoops and gets around Iowa Hawkeyes. Slurp making time up. Itaki Drew out of that last place position into 10th now. Trying everything he can to make up ground. He is messing up a lot though as he messes up there. It just isn't his race. Axis just chilling. Fourth, trying to make time up. So hard though when everyone's running pretty similar laps. So Tommy Wack went down. It's going to allow Collusion to get around him. Collusion gives him a little bit of a bump in the corner. Tommy Wack did do some block passes on him, so nothing he can get mad about. It's Hockey Drew back in 12. Sloops out again. So it's Hockey Drew's having an absolutely terrible race. Kays is the triple. Just trying to hold it together to make it to the end at this point. Squale sitting in first with a huge lead. Basically just in cruise control at this point. 10 seconds over Parker. Looks like Axis is running down Dizzle and Parker though, so he can hopefully gain some points out of that. Appears also that Tommy Wack and Iowa Hawkeyes are having a bit of a battle. Looks like someone went off the track. What was that? It's like Parker and Dizzle crash. So now Axis is right on them with probably 3 laps to go. He's trying everything he can to make up time. He's only 4 seconds down from Dizzle and 2 seconds down from Parker. Parker goes off the track, so Axis makes his way up into 3rd place. Axis trying to make his way up to Dizzle. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard for him to beat a 1-1 with a 3-3 in the next moto. He's right on Dizzle now, and it is the final lap. So Axis has to make some moves and some good lines to get around him. It's Hockey Drew made his way back up to 11th. Can maybe gain a couple more positions if this lap goes good for him. But Axis only less than a second from Dizzle now, so he's definitely making up ground. Probably would have liked to have done this earlier, but better late than never. Axis gonna try to make a move up the inside before the sand. Guy's getting a better run. They're gonna cut to the inside. Nope, decides to follow so he can still clear the triple. Squally finishes the race. Axis getting over the triple, over the tabletop, goes around the outside. Gonna try to make a move on Dizzle. Dizzle swings him up wide and Dizzle cuts down, so Dizzle keeps the position for second. Axis takes third. Slurp makes his way up to fourth place. Parker in fifth. Rom in sixth. Collusion in seventh. Tommy Whack eighth. Iowa Hawkeyes in ninth. Winter in 10th. It's Hockey Drew 11th and Vapor in 12th. Pretty exciting last lap for Axis. Wasn't able to get around Dizzle though. Dizzle did a good job of protecting the line. So those are your finishing positions for heat for race number 2. You just got one more. So Squale first, Ardizzle second, Axis third, Slurp fourth, Parker fifth, Rom sixth, Collusion seventh, Tommy Whack eighth, Iowa Hawkeyes ninth, Winter 10th, It's Hockey Drew 11th, and Vapor 12th. Okay, so we just gotta wait for everyone to ready up, and then we'll be on to the final moto. Okay, so everyone except for Tommy Whack, Ardizzle, and Parker. So we're waiting on Tommy Whack and Ardizzle. It's like they've done it, so now got the final race to go. And I believe for Axis to even have a chance, he would have to place first. And Squale would have to place like 7th or 8th or something. Maybe 6th. Not exactly sure the math on it. But Axis is going to have to hope for a bad race from Squale. So yeah, I believe Squale is going to have to take 6th or worse for Axis to take the win tonight. So Squale is sitting in a pretty good spot to end Axis's season and a half win streak. Watch him off the start. Looks like he's got no one near him on the outside. Gets a pretty good jump. Gonna try to rail around the outside. Decides the brake check. Gets punched by Slurp. So Rom takes the whole shot. Parker in second. Slurp third. Dizzle fourth. Axis coming out in fifth. Squale right behind him though. Axis would have had to. Squale would have to get a worse start than this for Axis to really have a chance at taking the win. We gotta make sure no one gets the finish line glitch. Looks like everyone's good so far. Yep, no one gets the finish line glitch, so we are good to go. So Robinson in first, Parker in second, Axis in third, Squale in fifth. Trying to get around Ardizzle. Looks like he makes it happen around the inside. Axis. Second. Way better off than he was last race. Just has to get around Parker and he'll be in the lead. He gets an insane drive around that corner. Right on him in this next rhythm section. See if he can make it happen. Does not get around him. Squall A working on trying to get around Rom. Tries going to the inside, gets really tight. Tries to make the pass happen, but it looks like Rom gets him back around the inside. Definitely no team orders here. Parker goes down, and Squall A moves into second now. Actually, it's Hockey Drew cuts back under him. And Squall A drops back down to fourth. So now, racing just got a little bit more interesting. Because as of now, Axis would be at 7 points. Squall A would be at 6. He crashes though. It's all kind of falling apart for Squall A right now. It's down to 7. Right now, Axis does have the lead. Squall A's gonna have to play 4 better in order to take the win. It's a collusion in 5th, so he's had a good start. He did get 2 hole shots, but those races had to be restarted. Tough break for him. Big Squall A still trying to gain time. Just can't make it happen. He's gonna try to cut underneath them in the straightaway. Squall A cuts underneath him, gets into 5th. So Axis with a good lead. Parker in second. It's Hockey Drew third. So G Fuel Racing 1, 2, 3 right now. Tommy Wack in fourth and Collusion in fifth. Squall A's in sixth right now. So even the standings right now, Axis would still be the winner for tonight. Axis just gotta run clean laps and hope that Squall A makes some mistakes. Looks like Squall A really isn't making up ground on Collusion in front of him. Squall A's even getting some challenge from Iowa Hawkeyes behind him. Squall A's gonna have to push to try to get to that fourth place position. It's Hockey Drew battling with Parker a little bit. Yeah, Axis get pretty lucky, and Squall A's getting pretty unlucky. So 2 different stories from tonight for sure. Hockey Drew almost falls off the track. is able to save it though. It's like Iowa Hawkeyes getting around Squall A on the outside. Okay, that's wrong. My mistakes. And he goes off the track, gets stuck on the finish line. Finally makes it over. Drops from 7th to 10th. One minor mistake. Squall A just can't find the speed he's had in the first two motos. Right now he's trying everything he can to try and get to that 4th place position. He'll be the first one to break Axis' win streak. It's Hockey Drew closing in on Parker. This could turn into a battle. It's Hockey Drew. I'm gonna make a charge of the rhythm section. Can't exactly make it happen. It's Hockey Drew and Parker both crash. So no one's position really changes up. Squall still sitting behind Collusion, can't make anything happen. It's like Rom is in a bit of a battle with Slurp right now. They've been battling for quite a long time. It's like it's Hockey Drew making the pass on Parker to the inside. So it's Hockey Drew moves into 2nd. I'm pretty sure that whether it's Hockey Drew, I'm not sure how his points are going to turn out because he did have the 11th from last race. So his results might be pretty messed up right now. Squall A still in. Happen now, as there's probably 2 laps to go. Squall A is working on Collusion, trying to get around him. Gotta make it happen. Looks like he's gonna make a run on the inside. Can't quite make it happen. Has to try to cut down in the next corner. Swings a little bit too wide. So Collusion holding off Squall A. Axis' luck right now is insane with how consistent Squall A's been. Collusion goes off the track. Squall A moves into 5th. Squall A just has to get around one more person to take the win. And it is the last lap. Three of the top 4 are Axis' teammates. So they're going to have to try really hard to not blow the win for him. Looks like 2 people go down. So Squall A moves into 4th. So right now Squall A is your overall winner. Tommy Whack. Tommy Whack makes it around him. He can take the win away. Tommy Whack gets around him again. So Squall A drops back to 5th. Right now, Squall A's teammate is the one that's holding him back from the win. It's all going to come around from this last whoop section. Squall A trying to do everything he can, hoping that these guys will take each other out. Someone crashes, so Squall A gets the win, in the last corner. Parker crashes and gives away the win to Squall A, so Squall A is your overall winner and ends Axis's winning streak. What an insane ending to the race. Axis was one position away from taking the overall. So Axis in first this moto, Itaki drew second, Tommy Wack third, Squall A fourth, who came in super clutch and got lucky with what the other people in front of him did. Collusion fifth, Rom sixth, Omslurp seventh, Iowa Hawkeyes 8th, Ardizzle 9th, and Winter 10th, and It's Vapor 11th. Person to leave the lobby was Parker. I believe Parker would have placed 6th place after re-entering the track. So that was an insane, lucky ending for Squall A. Squall A takes the overall. And Axis takes second place after that crazy ending. Not quite sure who took third, but the results will be posted on the IOMA PlayStation Instagram. So make sure to check that out later. And thank you guys for tuning in to watch the race. And we will see you next week for round 5.